Ever think about the everyday items that could cause absolute chaos when the world takes a turn? It's not gold, not even bullets. It's the cheap everyday stuff you've walked past 100 times without a second thought. But when the shelves are bare and systems crumble, those three-to-lie essentials suddenly become worth fighting over. Today, we're breaking down 7 overlooked household products that could spark chaos in stores after an economic collapse. Got your own ideas? Share them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips, because staying informed is the ultimate survival tool. 1. Gallon jugs, the unsung heroes of water storage. When clean water becomes scarce, everything else in life quickly unravels. It's not just about having bottled water on hand. It's about having the right tools to store and transport it. Enter the humble gallon-sized water jug, complete with a tight sealing cap. These simple, inexpensive containers are often overlooked in favor of flashy survival gear, but when the grid goes down or municipal water supplies fail, they become one of the most sought-after items in any store. Why are these jugs so critical? Because once your stockpile of bottled water runs dry, you'll need a way to collect and store more. Whether it's rainwater, water from a nearby stream, or emergency aid distributions, you can't carry or preserve it without safe, sealable containers. FEMA has long emphasized the importance of clean water storage, not just for drinking but for cooking, hygiene, and keeping water free from contamination. Yet most people focus on hoarding water itself, completely ignoring the need for containers to store it. History has shown us how quickly this oversight can lead to chaos. During Hurricane Harvey, thousands of people lined up for water from FEMA trucks and fire stations, only to realize they had nothing to store it in. Some resorted to using trash cans or old detergent bottles, both unsafe and prone to contamination. Meanwhile, those who had gallon jugs were able to collect, transport, and store water safely, avoiding the panic and frustration of being unprepared. These jugs are lightweight, stackable, and versatile. You can fill them with tap water before an outage, use them to transport water during a crisis, or even freeze them ahead of time to keep your fridge cool during a blackout. They're also incredibly cheap, making it easy to stock up without breaking the bank. But when disaster strikes, stores run out of them almost instantly. The sight of someone grabbing the last few jugs can spark arguments, even in normal time. To avoid the scramble, add a flat of food-grade gallon jugs to your emergency kit. Label them for clean water use only, and store them sealed. You can also invest in collapsible water containers, but gallon jugs are easier to find and more practical for everyday use. When the collapse hits, having these containers on hand could mean the difference between staying hydrated and standing in line, hoping someone else brought extras. 2. Soap dispensers, the hygiene lifesavers. In any crisis, hygiene becomes a matter of life and death. Dirty hands can spread disease faster than almost anything else, especially in the aftermath of floods, earthquakes, or prolonged blackouts. While most people rush to stock up on food and water, they often overlook one of the simplest yet most essential tools for maintaining hygiene: bulk hand pump soap dispensers. These aren't the fancy decorative bottles you see in bathrooms. We're talking about the clear plastic pump bottles you can buy in bulk or refill from larger soap containers. In normal times, they're so common that no one gives them a second thought. But when disaster strikes, they become indispensable for keeping hands clean and preventing the spread of illness. FEMA and the Red Cross consistently stress the importance of hand washing during emergencies, as it's one of the most effective ways to prevent disease outbreaks. After Hurricane Katrina, shelters faced outbreaks of norovirus and respiratory infections, largely due to inadequate soap supplies and the lack of proper dispensers. Emergency workers had to rig makeshift hand-washing stations using buckets and bars of soap, which were far less effective and often unsanitary. Imagine trying to protect your family from contaminated surfaces or shared spaces without a simple way to distribute soap. Bar soaps get grimy and can spread germs, while open tubs of liquid soap are breeding grounds for bacteria. A pump dispenser, on the other hand, controls the spread of germs, limits waste, and keeps things clean. It's a small, inexpensive tool that can make a huge difference in a crisis. The problem is, nobody thinks to stock up on these dispensers ahead of time. People hoard hand sanitizer and disinfectant wipes, not realizing that soap and water are still the most effective way to maintain hygiene. Once panic sets in, cleaning aisles are stripped bare, and pump dispensers disappear almost immediately. The few that remain can become a source of conflict as desperate shoppers grab whatever they can find. To prepare, stock up on empty pump dispensers or pre-filled multi-packs. Keep one in your bathroom, one in your emergency kit, and a few sealed for future use. They're lightweight, easy to store, and endlessly refillable. When the collapse hits, clean hands won't just be a luxury, they'll be a necessity. And the person with a working soap dispenser will be the one everyone turns to for help. 3. Sealing tape, the ultimate quick fix. When disaster strikes, it's often the small overlooked details that cause the most trouble. A drafty window, A leaky vent or a cracked seal can quickly turn a bad situation into a dangerous one. That's where emergency sealing tape comes in. Unlike regular duct tape, this specialized tape is designed to resist water, heat, and air pressure, making it an essential tool for surviving a collapse. Sealing tape is used by contractors to patch insulation gaps, HVAC vents, and vapor barrier. In a crisis, it becomes a frontline defense for keeping heat in, cold out, and moisture away. During the 2021 Texas freeze, millions of homes lost power, leaving people scrambling to stay warm. Those who had sealing tape were able to insulate windows, seal broken frames, and trap warm air inside, giving them a critical edge in surviving the cold. But it's not just about staying warm. In disaster zones like Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria, sealing tape was used to patch water tanks, secure food containers, and even reseal emergency ration packs. Its versatility makes it invaluable in any emergency, whether you're dealing with extreme weather, structural damage, or makeshift repairs. The problem is, sealing tape isn't something most people think to buy. It's not trendy, and it's more expensive than regular duct tape, so hardware stores don't keep much of it in stock. But when a crisis hits, the demand skyrocket. People quickly realize they need it to seal windows, reinforce tarps, or patch leaks, and the limited supply disappears almost instantly. The last few rolls on the shelf can become a source of heated arguments as desperate shoppers try to grab what they can. To avoid this chaos, add a few rolls of sealing tape to your emergency supplies. Keep one in your toolkit, another in your go bag, and a spare for backup. Label them clearly and use them sparingly, as every inch of tape can make a difference in a crisis. When the collapse comes, this isn't just tape, it's your lifeline for keeping the elements at bay and holding your world together. 4 canvas drop cloths, the survival multi-tool you didn't know you needed. Most people walk right past the stack of canvas drop cloths in hardware stores, dismissing them as something only painters need. But in a collapse scenario, these unassuming sheets of unprinted canvas become one of the most versatile and sought-after survival tools. When homes turn into bunkers and open spaces into makeshift shelters, canvas drop cloths are no longer just for catching paint splatters, they're a lifeline. What makes these cloths so valuable is their durability and adaptability. Unlike plastic tarps, which tear easily and make loud crinkling noises, canvas is tough, breathable, and quiet. It can serve a dozen purposes as a ground cover, a sleeping mat, a windbreak, a dust barrier, or even an emergency curtain. In disaster zones, from post-hurricane shelters in Florida to earthquake-stricken areas in Turkey, canvas sheets have been used to divide living spaces, provide shade, and cover broken windows or doors. They're not just about practicality, they offer privacy and dignity, which are crucial for mental well-being in high-stress situations. The unprinted aspect of these cloths is critical. Printed or painted canvas often contains dyes or chemicals that can release harmful fumes when wet or burned. Unprinted canvas, on the other hand, is safe for indoor use and direct contact with skin. This distinction becomes painfully clear when people grab the wrong type in a panic, leading to fights at checkout counters or desperate trades in parking lots. During the COVID-19 lockdowns, canvas drop cloths flew off the shelves as people used them to create isolation zones for sick family members, DIY room dividers, and window coverings. In colder climates, they were repurposed to line walls and trap heat when furnaces failed. Their reusability and quiet nature make them invaluable in situations where drawing attention could be dangerous, such as during curfews or civil unrest. If you're preparing for the unexpected, grab a few unprinted canvas drop cloths now, roll them up tightly and store them flat. They're inexpensive and easy to find today, but when disaster strikes, they'll be worth their weight in gold. While others are fighting over flimsy plastic tarps, you'll already have a durable, multi-purpose solution that can handle whatever comes your way. Rubber plant pots, the unexpected survival container. At first glance, a tall rubber plant pot might seem like the last thing you'd need in a survival situation, but when systems collapse and supplies run out, these unassuming containers become some of the most versatile and high-demand items you can own. Specifically, the 2 to 3 gallon size pots are a game changer for anyone looking to store, transport, or repurpose resources in a crisis. These pots are lightweight, stackable, and shatterproof, making them ideal for a wide range of uses. Unlike plastic buckets, which can crack under pressure or extreme temperatures, rubber plant pots are designed to hold water, soil, or heavy loads without collapse. When plastic storage bins and buckets vanish from store shelves, these pots become the next best thing, or even better. They can be used to store water, carry supplies, ration food, or create makeshift washing or cooking stations. Their versatility doesn't stop there. The drainage holes at the bottom can be easily patched with tape, plastic discs, or cloth, turning them into watertight containers in minutes. Their tall, narrow shape makes them perfect for storing bulk dry goods like rice, beans, or oats, while also saving space. In urban areas, they can even be used to grow food indoors. During Venezuela's economic collapse, families repurposed these pots to grow vegetables and herbs on apartment balconies, often bartering their produce for other essentials. Rubber plant pots also serve unexpected roles in survival scenarios. They can be used as stools in camp-style shelters, makeshift waste bins when toilets are unavailable, or even hand-washing stations when fitted with a spout. Their durability and flexibility make them invaluable in community kitchens or neighborhood hubs, where everyone needs a container but not everyone has one that works. The problem is, these pots aren't widely available outside of gardening season. When a crisis hits, they disappear quickly, leaving people scrambling for alternatives. To avoid this, stock up on a small stack of clean, unused pots. Nest them together to save space and tape the holes shut in advance. They're cheap and easy to find now, but in a collapse, they'll be worth far more than their modest price tag. 6. Disposable cutlery. The unsung hero of sanitation. When utilities shut down and running water becomes a luxury, washing dishes quickly turns into a nightmare. Without hot water or dish soap, sinks become breeding grounds for bacteria, and reusable utensils can spread illness. That's when disposable plastic cutlery, forks, knives, and spoons becomes an essential survival item. These aren't the fancy decorative sets you'd find at a party. We're talking about the bulk packs of utility-grade plastic utensils that most people overlook until they're gone. In a collapse scenario, disposable cutlery solves a host of problems. It eliminates the need for washing, reducing the risk of contamination and saving precious water. This is especially critical in situations where families are eating canned meals, rotating between shelters, or living out of their cars. After Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico in 2017, many people had food but no way to eat it. FEMA field kitchens ran through thousands of plastic forks daily, often running out during high-demand periods. Reusable metal cutlery wasn't an option, as washing them posed a significant health risk. Plastic cutlery also plays a psychological role in maintaining a sense of normalcy, especially for children. Eating with clean utensils, even in a crisis, can provide a small but meaningful boost to morale. Additionally, these utensils are lightweight, stackable, and easy to distribute, making them ideal for community kitchens or shared living spaces. The problem is, disposable cutlery is often overlooked during the initial rush to stock up on supply. Once water shortages and dishwashing challenges set in, these items disappear from store shelves almost overnight. Families who didn't prepare are left scrambling, sometimes resorting to unsafe or unsanitary alternatives. To stay ahead of the curve, invest in a few bulk packs of plastic cutlery now. Store them in waterproof bags to keep them clean and ready for use. Keep a pack in your kitchen, another in your emergency kit, and a third in your car. They're inexpensive and easy to find today, but when the grid goes down, they'll be worth far more than their weight in plastic. 7. Metal storage cans, the indestructible survival container. When disaster strikes, fragile materials like plastic and glass often fail, but metal endures. That's why metal storage cans, particularly the 5-liter paint cans with tight sealing lids, are one of the most underrated yet invaluable items for survival. Originally designed to store chemicals and paints, these cans are built to withstand pressure, temperature swings, and physical impact, making them perfect for a wide range of emergency uses. Unlike plastic containers, which can warp, crack, or melt under extreme conditions, metal cans are virtually indestructible. They can safely store fuel, water, dry goods, or even act as makeshift cooking pots over an open flame, after thorough cleaning, of course. During the 2021 Beirut fuel crisis, people repurposed old paint cans to store gasoline and kerosene, while in Ukraine, families used them to store fire-starting fuel and cooking oil during blackouts. Their ability to block light and moisture also makes them ideal for preserving high-value barter items like coffee, sugar, or tobacco. Metal cans aren't just practical, they're versatile. In makeshift shelters, they can be used as tool bins, mini trash holders, or even improvised toilets when lined with a bag. Their tight sealing lids keep out pests and rodents, a critical feature in crisis zones where food contamination is a constant threat. And because they're opaque, they offer a level of security by concealing their contents. The downside, metal storage cans are specialty items that aren't widely stocked in hardware stores. When a crisis hits, they're among the first items to disappear, often leading to heated arguments in the aisles. To avoid this, stock up on a few unused paint cans now. Clean them thoroughly, label them, and store them in a cool, dry place. Whether you're using them to store essentials, cook a meal, or barter for supplies, these cans will prove their worth time and time again. Bonus point 8. Clothespins and laundry lines, the forgotten essentials. When people think about survival gear, clothespins and laundry lines rarely make the list. But in a post-collapse world where electricity is unreliable or non-existent, these simple tools become indispensable. Drying clothes, blankets, and even tarps without a dryer or proper setup can quickly turn into a frustrating challenge. That's where clothespins and sturdy laundry lines come in, transforming any space into a functional drying area. Why are these items so important? Because clean, dry clothing isn't just about comfort, it's about health. Damp clothes can lead to skin infections, rashes, and even hypothermia in colder climates. In disaster zones where access to washing machines and dryers is non-existent, people often resort to draping wet clothes over furniture, fences, or bushes. This not only takes longer to dry, but also exposes the clothes to dirt, insects, and contamination. A simple laundry line paired with durable clothespins solves this problem by providing a clean, elevated space for drying. Clothespins are also incredibly versatile. Beyond their primary use, they can be repurposed for a variety of tasks. Need to secure a tarp? Use a clothespin. Want to keep food bags sealed? A clothespin works perfectly. They can even be used to organize small items like cords, wires, or papers. Their lightweight and compact design make them easy to store and carry, whether in a go bag or a home emergency kit. Laundry lines, especially those made of braided nylon or paracord, are equally valuable. They can double as makeshift ropes for securing items, creating shelter, or even tying down supplies during transport. In survival situations, having a strong, reliable cord can mean the difference between a functional setup and a chaotic mess. During the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, many families who evacuated to shelters or makeshift camps found themselves without a way to dry their clothes. Those who had clothespins and laundry lines were able to maintain a semblance of normalcy, while others struggled with damp, musty clothing. The same scenario played out during the 2021 Texas freeze, where power outages left people unable to use dryers for weeks. The beauty of these items is their affordability and availability. A pack of clothespins costs just a few dollars, and laundry lines are equally inexpensive. Yet when disaster strikes, they're among the first items to disappear from store shelves. To prepare, stock up on a few packs of heavy-duty clothespins and a couple of sturdy laundry lines. Store them in a waterproof bag to keep them clean and ready for use. When the grid goes down, you'll be glad you did. Bonus point 9. Manual can openers. The tiny tool that saves the day. In a world where electric appliances dominate, the humble manual can opener often gets overlooked. But when the power goes out and you're staring at a pantry full of canned goods, this small, unassuming tool becomes a lifesaver. Without it, even the most well-stocked food supply can become inaccessible, turning a minor inconvenience into a major problem. Why is a manual can opener so critical? Because canned food is one of the most reliable and long-lasting food sources in any emergency. Shelf-stable, nutrient-dense, and widely available. But all of that means nothing if you can't open the can. While some cans come with pull tabs, many do not, and relying on makeshift methods like knives or rocks can be dangerous and inefficient. A manual can opener ensures you can access your food quickly and safely, no matter the circumstances. During the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic, when panic buying emptied store shelves, many people stocked up on canned goods without realizing they didn't have a way to open them. The same issue arose during Hurricane Sandy, where prolonged power outages left families struggling to access their emergency food supplies. Those who had manual can openers were able to eat without issue, while others resorted to risky and time-consuming methods. Manual can openers are also incredibly durable and easy to store. Unlike electric models, they don't rely on power, making them ideal for long-term emergencies. They're lightweight, compact, and can be tucked into a kitchen drawer, go bag, or emergency kit without taking up much space. Some models even come with additional features, like bottle openers or small blades, adding to their versatility. The key is to invest in a high-quality manual can opener. Cheap models can break or become dull quickly, leaving you stranded when you need them most. Look for one with a sturdy build, comfortable grip, and sharp cutting wheel. It's a small investment that can make a big difference when disasters strike. To prepare, consider keeping multiple manual can openers in different locations, one in your kitchen, one in your emergency kit, and one in your car. They're inexpensive and widely available now, but when the shelves are empty and the power is out, they'll be worth their weight in gold. Bonus point 10. Batteries and flashlights. The light in the darkness. When the lights go out, the world becomes a very different place. Darkness brings not only inconvenience, but also danger, making batteries and flashlights some of the most essential items in any survival kit. Yet, they're often overlooked or understocked, leaving people scrambling when they need them most. Flashlights are more than just a source of light. They're a tool for safety, navigation, and communication. In a blackout, they help you move around safely, avoid hazards, and signal for help if needed. They're also invaluable for tasks like reading maps, repairing equipment, or searching for supplies in the dark. During the 2021 Texas freeze, families who had flashlights were able to navigate their homes and neighborhoods safely, while others relied on candles or phone screens, both of which have significant limitations. Batteries are the lifeblood of flashlights and many other essential devices, from radios to medical equipment, yet they're one of the first items to disappear from store shelves during a crisis. The problem is compounded by the fact that different devices require different types of batteries, and not all are interchangeable. Stocking up on a variety of battery sizes, AA, AAA, D, and 9-volt, ensures you're prepared for any situation. Rechargeable batteries and solar-powered flashlights are excellent alternatives for long-term emergencies. They reduce the need for constant replacements and can be recharged using portable solar panels or hand-crank generators. These options are particularly useful in extended grid-down scenarios where traditional batteries may be hard to come by. During Hurricane Maria, many families in Puerto Rico were left without power for months. Those who had flashlights and batteries were able to maintain a sense of normalcy, while others struggled in the dark. The same scenario played out during the California wildfires, where rolling blackouts left entire communities without electricity. To prepare, stock up on high-quality flashlights and a variety of batteries. Keep them in easily accessible locations, like your bedside table, emergency kit, and car. Consider investing in headlamps for hands-free lighting and lanterns for illuminating larger areas. And don't forget to test your flashlights regularly to ensure they're in working order. In a world without power, light becomes a precious resource. By planning ahead, you can ensure you're never left in the dark, no matter what challenges come your way. Bonus point 11. Zip ties. The silent workhorses of survival. Zip ties, also known as cable ties, are one of the most underrated tools in any survival kit. These small, lightweight, and inexpensive items are often overlooked, but their versatility and strength make them indispensable in a post-collapse world. When systems fail and resources are scarce, zip ties become the go-to solution for countless problems, from securing gear to making emergency repairs. What makes zip ties so valuable is their simplicity and reliability. They're incredibly easy to use. Just loop, pull, and lock. Despite their small size, they're surprisingly strong, capable of holding together heavy objects or withstanding significant tension. In a survival scenario, this means you can use them to secure tarps, repair broken equipment, bundle firewood, or even create makeshift restraints if necessary. During natural disasters like hurricanes or earthquakes, zip ties have proven their worth time and time again. Emergency responders use them to secure medical supplies, fasten tarps over damaged roofs, and organize equipment. In the aftermath of Hurricane Sandy, many families used zip ties to reinforce their temporary shelters, secure loose items, and even repair broken furniture. Their ability to provide quick, reliable fixes in chaotic situations makes them an essential tool for anyone preparing for the unexpected. Zip ties also have a wide range of unconventional uses. Need to secure a backpack strap that's come loose? Use a zip tie. Want to create a makeshift clothesline? String up a rope and secure it with zip tie. They can even be used to repair shoes, secure food bags, or create emergency splints for injuries. Their versatility is limited only by your imagination. The best part? Zip ties are incredibly affordable and take up almost no space. A single pack can contain dozens of ties in various sizes, making it easy to stock up without breaking the bank. To prepare, invest in a variety of sizes and strength, from small ties for delicate tasks to heavy-duty ones for larger jobs. Store them in your toolkit, go bag, and car so they're always within reach. When the collapse hits, zip ties will be one of those items you'll wish you had more of. They're the silent workhorses of survival, capable of holding your world together when everything else is falling apart. Bonus point 12, bleach, the ultimate multi-purpose disinfectant. Bleach might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of survival essentials, but this common household item is a powerhouse in a post-collapse world. Its ability to disinfect, purify, and clean makes it an invaluable tool for maintaining health and hygiene when modern systems break down. In fact, Bleach is so versatile that it's often included in FEMA's emergency preparedness guideline. One of the most critical uses of bleach in a survival scenario is water purification. When clean drinking water becomes scarce, a few drops of bleach can make all the difference. By adding just 8 drops of unscented bleach per gallon of water and letting it sit for 30 minutes, you can kill most harmful bacteria and viruses, making the water safe to drink. This simple process can save lives in situations where access to clean water is limited. Bleach is also an essential tool for maintaining hygiene and preventing the spread of disease. In disaster zones where sanitation systems are often compromised, bleach can be used to disinfect surfaces, clean wounds, and sanitize cooking utensils. During the Ebola outbreak in West Africa, bleach was a critical component of infection control, used to disinfect everything from medical equipment to clothing. Beyond its disinfecting properties, bleach has a variety of other uses. It can be used to remove mold and mildew, clean toilets and sinks, and even whiten clothing. In colder climates, it can be used to prevent the growth of algae in water storage tanks. Its versatility makes it a must-have item for any emergency kit. The key to using bleach effectively is to stock up on the right kind. Look for unscented, non-gel bleach with a concentration of 5 to 6% sodium hypochlorite. Avoid scented or color-safe varieties, as these often contain additives that can be harmful if ingested. Bleach also has a limited shelf life, so be sure to rotate your stock regularly and replace it as needed. To prepare, store bleach in a cool, dark place, away from children and pets. Keep a small bottle in your emergency kit, along with a dropper for precise measurements. When the collapse hits, bleach will be one of the most valuable items you can have, capable of keeping your water clean, your environment sanitary, and your family safe. Bonus point 13, Tarps, the ultimate shelter solution. When disaster strikes and homes are damaged or destroyed, tarps become one of the most sought-after items. These versatile sheets of waterproof material can be used to create temporary shelters, cover damaged roofs, and protect belongings from the elements. In a post-collapse world, where resources are limited and weather conditions are unpredictable, tarps are an essential survival tool. The beauty of tarps lies in their simplicity and adaptability. They're lightweight, easy to carry, and can be set up in minutes. With just a few ropes or bungee cords, you can transform a tarp into a makeshift tent, a windbreak, or a rain cover. During Hurricane Katrina, tarps were used extensively to cover damaged roofs, providing temporary protection until permanent repairs could be made. The same was true during the 2021 Texas freeze, where families used tarps to insulate windows and doors, trapping heat and keeping out the cold. Tarps are also incredibly durable, capable of withstanding harsh conditions and heavy use. High-quality tarps are made from materials like polyethylene or canvas, which are resistant to tearing, UV rays, and water. This makes them ideal for a wide range of applications, from creating emergency shelters to lining the ground for sleeping or storage. In disaster zones, tarps are often used to create privacy partitions in crowded shelters, providing a sense of dignity and security for those affected. Beyond their traditional uses, tarps have a variety of unconventional applications. Need to collect rainwater? Use a tarp to create a simple catchment system. Want to protect your firewood from rain? Cover it with a tarp. They can even be used to create stretchers for transporting injured individuals or to wrap and carry supplies. Their versatility makes them an invaluable addition to any survival kit. The challenge with tarps is that they're often overlooked until it's too late. When a crisis hits, they disappear from store shelves almost immediately, leaving people scrambling for alternatives. To avoid this, stock up on a variety of tarps in different sizes and thickness. Look for heavy-duty options with reinforced grommets for added durability. Store them in a dry, accessible location so they're ready when you need them. When the collapse comes, tarps will be worth their weight in gold. They're the ultimate shelter solution, capable of protecting you and your family from the elements, while providing a sense of security and stability in uncertain times.